I am a PhD student at Charles University in Prague. I'm doing algebra, cryptography, reverse engineering. And part-time, I analyze malware at Avast Software. And I also beta test IDA because it's great, and I'm honored that I can make it even greater. And currently, my hard drive died like 3 or 4 days ago, so this will be a little bit fuzzy. It could have been, I think I could have recorded all the demos in advance, but, well, my PC wasn't for that idea. So I would like to thank Igor because he was kind enough to lend me his laptop and his copy of IDA, and I only supplied my plugin, and here we are. So, what I usually do and what I usually use IDA for. I have some binary, I will unpack it, get some clean code without obfuscation, without self-modifying code. If there is something like that, I get rid of it, and then I use Xrays to look around the code and use my plugins, some of the features that will make the code better and will help me understand what's inside. Then I will discard everything that is not cryptography, and then I will think about the implementation and will try to find, I don't know, prime numbers that are not supposed to be there, or keys that are not supposed to be there, and so on, and profit. Okay. So here is some quick definition I copied from Wikipedia. What is object-oriented programming? It is a programming paradigm that represents concept of objects that have data fields, attributes, and so on, and associated procedures known as methods. Well, okay. I say it's nightmare. Because it's terrible. Okay. To make it a little bit fun, if you have internet connection and you have some kind of some code you want to see analyzed, you can tweet about it on Twitter with REcon MTL hashtag, and in the end, which is I think in 20 minutes or something like that, we can look at it. And no malware, obfuscation, and so on and so on. I think you know what I mean. Okay. So, standard Xrays. What can you do if you meet object-oriented code like this? Well, this is not. This doesn't have any virtual functions, but this function accesses some properties of object. Well, you can look at it and see, okay, at offset 0 from the start of the structure, there is byte. At offset 4, there is some double word. Here is something funny. At offset 8, another byte. And now, we can see that there is some loop. In this loop, there is some array that gets written numbers 0 to 19, and it's at offset 8. And the structure is really big, and at offset 20,008 is another double word. That's all you can see from this snippet. And now I spent like 30 seconds just thinking about what is here. Well, IDA can help you with that. There is create new structure type, which will try to help you a little bit, but you can see the array likes the first byte, and yeah, that's all there is. Right? It should be, as I will show you. Right alignment should be different. Okay. And here comes my plugin, and it's easy as 1, 2, 3. First, I will scan the variable This is the same thing that IDA does. And then I will open my visualization, and now I can see that there is byte at offset 0, double word at offset 4, an array at offset 8, and the double word at 20,008. And this was magically devised from the code. I didn't have to read it. Now I only need to look at it and see that the yellow lines there, they mark conflicts. I saw that something used the offset 0 as byte. Something else. In this case, it's back in this build. There is char at the offset 0. I don't want that. I want that byte, unsigned byte. So I will press delete, and the conflict is gone. And the deleted type is in gray. And here is signed int array. I don't know. Yeah, that's probably because of... No, I don't know why here is signed int. But I don't want that. Now I have solved all the conflicts. And do step 3, finalize the structure. And I get the same window as IDA had with correct sizes. Okay, here we are. Now, I'm not finished with this, because you see this is kind of funny. What is the result here mean? What does it mean? And why is it here? No, well, this is, I don't know, maybe bug, probably just a feature. In IDA, it thinks that there should be in EAX return some value, in AL. In this case, it's not the case. You can look where this is called. This is called in this jump here, and here EAX is not used. So usually you would go here, typed Y, deleted this char, typed void, and pressed enter. And if you need to do this at 20 functions, it gets boring. So that's another feature of my plugin. It is remove return type. It's gone. And the code looks even better. Okay. We have this. What else we have? Yeah, here. This jump function should have different type for A1, and it should be this new struct this 0, whatever the name is. Oh, I will rename it. OBJ. Okay. Refresh. Now I need to set the type of A1 in order for the function to look a little bit better. What I can do is press Y and type OBJ asterisk done. Well, okay, but too much typing. What you can do with the newest build, you can just press C, and in your clipboard there's now the type, and it works somehow universally. You can copy to clipboard names, and so on and so on. Okay. We are back in main function, and what we can see here is pointer to stack, and now we can see that it shouldn't be char, but our object. Well, done. And here's the rest of the function, and now it looks great. And now you can see what's going on And then that concludes, I think, the first. Make void recognize. Yes, recognize shape. What is another feature? I will have to go back here. If you somehow don't remember that this was there, you can ask IDA if there is some structure that has some offset. You click on the offset and say, which structure have this offset? This one. And it will jump to that function. And that's not all. You can. There is another function that is called recognize shape that will run through all the structures and will see if and will filter out those that have offsets that we can see here. Again, bing, ready, done. I didn't have to remember anything about the code that I'm looking at. I didn't have to remember the constants there. It's already inside, so my plugin just makes it available for you. Okay. Back. Yes. Now I should have told you this. Yes, a little bit history. As I just demonstrated, working with structures in IDA was a little bit clumsy. So when I had to work with one of my projects that contained hundreds and hundreds of classes, it soon became boring, and I wanted a better solution that I just demonstrated parts of it. And I already had the create new struct type I showed you, and I wanted it I wanted more features for that. And then I spent like 2 days reverse engineering IDA and Xrays and looking for the functions there already were. And in the end, in my plugin source code, there was something like this: some generic template for calling functions at fixed offsets. And it worked for me, but not for anyone else, because you all have different builds. So what I did, I bugged LFAG. I want this function, and this function, and this function. And in the end, the SDK changed, and now it works. So, hooray. And next time you want some feature in IDA, just look if it's already there. If not, do it yourself. If it is there, tell Ilfaq, he will try to help you. Okay, workflow Xrays tools. Yes. I already showed you something of this, some parts. Let's look at another demo. VIDB. Here is some really object-oriented code. We can see that there are some virtual calls, and it is not clear where these will jump. And yes, I can run this code and see where they jump, but I'm too lazy for that. I don't like to debug the code for the reasons that probably I just dumped something from memory and I can't run it. Or it's, I don't know, it detects the debuggers and so on, and that's a mess, really. So the solution is not to debug it at all. You have Xrays. You can see the C code and just debug it in your memory or in your mind, or with help of my plugins. So what are we looking at? Oh, pretty standard stuff. we get 48 bytes of memory and call some constructor. Okay, what is happening in this constructor? Well, another constructor is called, and another for object that is 20 bytes from the beginning of the structure. So you can try to write something. We can see that. Ouch. "20 bytes from here is some object. We don't know what's inside. And here is virtual table. Here is another one. Here are some unimportant numbers. Okay, what can I do? Scan this function. Okay. Again, open structure builder, and I already can see that there are two virtual tables. Those are detected somewhat magically, but it works for now. If you want to deal with this, you can look at my code. You can improve it. Send me the improvements. Everyone will be happy. But for now, it works. And what I should do now? Okay, I should follow this function and this function, and all the functions inside the virtual code tables. But I'm lazy, so let's my plugin do it for me. Let's look it somewhere. Show function list. This is the function list of functions that were detected using this pointer we already seen. Okay, then let's go to the first. And as we can see, this is just some printing of something, not interesting. And show function list. Go there. This one is more interesting, and we can scan that. Show function list. Another interesting. Scan that. Well, this gets a little bit boring. So there is another function. Jump to next function in function list. Just type X. See if you like this. No. Ask X. No. X. No. No. Interesting. Scan that. And what we see now, this function was called somewhere where there was this plus 20 bytes. My plugin noted it somewhere, and now it reminds me that I should change the delta from the structure I'm just creating. I say, okay, go for it, and done. Yeah, what's interesting here? Well, interesting, not that much. I automatically handle this simple case. V1 equals this. Somewhere here, yes, here it is typed. Scanning variable 0, and also scanning variable 1. You don't have to think about this when you are using it. Okay, escape, X, escape, X. Another one. Delta is now 0, X, and we are done. We just scanned all the functions that I was able to find that were using this this pointer, and now we will deal with what is here. Okay. Yes, refresh screen. We don't want the hard type at offset 0, and we want only the first scanned virtual table. Right now, I can't deal with polymorphism and stuff. There could be only one pointer to virtual table. And I can see how I could change that. What's next? Yes, 2 pointers here. I will delete the second, and I'm done with this example. Now, there is a question. How those two objects that there are, how they look? Is it like this, or it's object inside object until the end? Well, here we are. Like this or like this? And I can't decide this automatically, but I can provide you with hints. And those hints are these lines. Last access offset from delta 20 was here. So all the code we already seen behave as if it was looking at object that looks like this. Okay, let's choose that. Okay. Now comes this structure builder, where you can model the objects. You can shift something to the right, which meaning is sub-object. You can shift something to the left, meaning here the object ends. And this is what we want to have. Object that begins at 20 and ends at 36 plus 1 byte. And what we want to do is pack this substructure into a new IDA type or C type. Okay, some gap, meaningful name, object 1, done. Okay, we can go back to the pseudocode. Here, and to conclude this, we can apply that type here. Finalize structure. We have our object, virtual table, obj. Good. And there is something slightly wrong. This retyping. We can deal with it really simple. Press F5. There you are. And now we can see that, let's rename it virtual table. The code that will be called here is this 401300. You can't jump there, but using enter, but you can jump there. You pressing J, and here we are. Much better than before. Okay. And what do we have here? Yeah, this is really ugly. And this type here. We can get rid of it. Just copy this, type this, enter, and done. Too much typing. Recast item. Done. Saved 20 seconds. Okay. This is what I should tell you. And a few more features. The state that you can see here is, well, almost final, but it wasn't always like this. There was I just started with a little less functionality that right now I don't use that much, but I will show you that anyway. In structures. Yeah, I should explain you some of the magic that's happening there. every time I spot a usage of virtual table, like in here, I create a new structure that is called VT, some address, and it has the name of the function that is there, and so on. And where the magic is in comments. There is comment, and it has @sign and the address. And whatever you fill in here will be used in the jumping. So jump here. If I will go here, yes, and the J function you can use to jump to the defined structure. I think IDA has something like that. Yes, jump to structure definition. But it wasn't always like that, so I made it first. Okay, back to the structures. Yes. Okay. Let's say I change my mind about the obj1 object. And I don't want it like that. Here I want all the items that are inside the obj1 inlined. Well, easy. Unpack. And, well, something is a little bit wrong. Here should be, yes, here should be the virtual table, but it had the same name as was here. Oh, bugger. Okay. And I decided that I want this object 1 all the way until the end of the structure here. Well, again, extract object. I get another structure that's called obj1, which is what I selected. And it's in the beginning it saved me a lot of time because I didn't have this structure builder here. Okay, and the last thing, I guess, we will see in the slides. Yes, simple assignment, structures inside structures, virtual tables, negative. Yes, negative offsets. We will get to them soon. How do we do that? Yes. We will do that again. Doesn't seem right. We want, yes, this one. Shoot. There should be something prepared somewhere. Yes. Sometimes you come across functions like this, which you have a pointer that points somewhere here. And then it gets decremented. There is that object, and it is used in this call. It's another pain in the neck. Fortunately, I can deal with that automatically. We had structure to pointer to the substructure, and now we have pointer to the bigger structure. And this is also really handy. Okay, negative offsets. Yes. Okay. I think it's about time to look at Twitter if there was something. Great. Only my picture. No one wants to see his code dissected online. Shoot. Okay. Then you can come here with flash drive or something like that. I hope. We won't destroy the laptop with your flash drive. No one. Okay. We can try that. Okay. Yes. This one is funny. Since last year, when I released this to the public, only 3 people actually mailed me with something that, Elfac changed the SDK and my old plugin didn't work with the newest IDA. So they wanted a new version, and that was all. No one else ever said a peep about anything. And the only another there's this user I found on the internet. Last year, Alexander Matrosov and Eugene Rodionov was presenting Xrays Code Explorer, a plugin that did something like mine, but it was a little bit inferior. And in the images they put on the web, there is this debug message. Back reference is refreshed. This is debug message that is used inside this negative structures handling. So next time, do a lot of the debug messages, and you will see that people are using your code. Okay, we have this flash disk and 80 mail. Okay, let's see what's there. Elf. Okay. Great. Main function. Alarm. Yes. Okay. Scan. We already have some offsets. Scan. Scan. Does it do anything? Yes. Here is another debug message that says argument number 0. It's this A1. That's how I can tell that it's the first argument. Scan offset 12. Scan it again. Scan it again. Okay, that should do it. And what we have there? Double board, structures. Okay, so I'm guessing we are looking at something like this. Structure that contains a structure that's until the end of the file. Okay. Strange. It shouldn't be here. Okay, we'll see what will happen. Finalize. Okay. R. Funny. Should be enough. Some new, okay. Okay, and now we can see that yes, this looks okay. Object, another usage. What does this do? Ready. And so on and so on. Okay, I have 6 minutes. That should be okay. What do I have here? Yes, time for questions.